Welcome back to the Marketing Properties YouTube channel, where we talk all things property market, how to sell your house, hints and tips, and so much more. Today we're going to be talking about equity release mortgages. So if you're ready, let's get to it. Equity release mortgages are actually one of the most popular lending products in the UK after the age of 55. So today we thought we would run you down what they are, what they involve, and some things to look out for with this product, because there are definitely sides to it that a lot of people don't understand, and it's something that you need to be aware of, especially if it's something that you're considering. So number one, what is an equity release mortgage? Equity release unlocks the value built up in your home as a tax-free lump sum. You don't have to move out and you still own your home. You also don't need to make any monthly payments unless you choose to. Normally, it's repaid when the borrower moves on to long-term care or passes away. These are also known as lifetime mortgages because traditionally you will have them from when you take them out until you pass away, and then your estate will owe that money. So again, it will affect inheritance. You can make overpayments, but there can be penalties if you choose to do so. But one benefit to these is that the interest rate will stay the same for the duration of the agreement. Number two, who is this mortgage aimed for? Equity release is available for homeowners over 55 years of age. It's aimed for those who wish to clear off any existing debt, help a loved one buy their first home, pay for any home improvements, make a large purchase, for example a car or a holiday of a lifetime, or just help out with general living expenses. It can be seen as a solution to getting access to some funds without having to dip into your savings or having to take out any additional finance. Another thing to be aware of is that the amount owed will never exceed the value of your property. Number three, so what are the major considerations that you need to make when you're taking out this kind of mortgage? Taking out this kind of mortgage will impact on some very significant areas, and it's important that you understand how it can affect you and your loved ones and your estate after you've gone. The main area it tends to affect is the amount of inheritance that you leave to loved ones will lessen, and it can also impact on any state benefits or local grants that you currently receive. Again, this is very important because a lot of us pay off our home in readiness to make sure that our loved ones are taken care of when we're no longer around. It provides them security, it provides them something to have and do something great with in our honor, in our name. So having less inheritance, the massive downside to a mortgage like this, because you're actually actively taking away from the amount of money that you've saved in order to pass on. So that's something to consider. But another major area is that if you're currently entitled to any state benefits, they could be stopped. So again, a huge thing to consider, because even though you're not making any payments on this loan, you might be affected in regards to your disposable income. Number four, so are there any more options that you could explore before doing this first? Well, absolutely, and I would always suggest having a look into these options before taking out an equity release mortgage. So we're going to give you some things that you can look into before taking the plunge. Any existing savings that you may have, moving to a smaller property, which is known as downsizing. Now this is something that we've done a video on very recently. I'll pop it in a card above, but downsizing your home is a fantastic way, again, to save capital, but also get a bit of a lump sum, because you may be able to sell your house, downgrade to something a little bit more manageable, a little bit smaller, and in most cases, if you were to sell to a service like ours, we can do an early cash release, which can help you again to get a bit of a lump sum together in order to gift or in order to buy that special purchase. So definitely consider downsizing for sure. Consider speaking and getting help from family members. Check any state benefits or grants that you may be entitled to. Apply for an interest-free or inexpensive credit card or loan for your purchase. And finally, make sure that you assess whether this kind of product is the priority. The outcome of the product is going to outweigh the implications that it may have. So in a nutshell, that is what an equity or lifetime mortgage is. There are definitely advantages and disadvantages of a product like this, and again, we would definitely make sure that you would explore those options, but make sure as well that you consider any interest that is owed, because if you don't make a regular interval payment of your interest, it will be compounded to the end of the agreement, and then you will owe it in one lump sum. And in some cases, this could mean that the whole of the property value could be owed by the time you've made the payments. So again, it really is best to get some financial advice when it comes to a product like this. And again, consider downsizing, consider selling to a professional cash buyer where you can release funds quickly. There is no chain, there are no fees to sell the house, because again, that will release a little bit more capital and put you in a little bit more control. And it will also not go on to affect inheritance or how much that you're able to leave to your loved ones. So we hope this gives you a little bit more clarity when it comes to lifetime mortgages. Again, there definitely are people that enjoy these products and that they're geared towards and that they benefit very well, but I think it's just important that with any financial product that you do your research and you make sure it's right for you. Speaking of, if you have any questions for Mark and how we can help, make sure that you pop them in the comments box down below and we'll get back to you very soon. But thank you so much for watching and we'll see you in our next video.